Hey everybody, I thought I'd do this makeup look for you today. It's more like a date night look. It's definitely not an everyday look and it's very full coverage. So let's get on with the video. So I'm using my Real Techniques blending brush and the foundation I'm using is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25 Nude. It's one of my favourite foundations. So I've already moisturised and put my primer on, so what you want to do is just blend that all over your face. I like to even put it over my lips because I find I can put my lipstick on at the end. If you're not putting lipstick on at the end, don't bother putting it all over your lips. You want to put it all over the crown of your head, all the way down your chin. I did actually conceal, but my camera decided not to record that bit. Nice of it. So we're going to move on to eyebrows. What I'm using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Express for brows and eyes. I do actually use the little brush that you get in the eyebrow set. As you may or may not have noticed, I don't have a lot of natural eyebrows, and I do tend to notice that if you do fill your eyebrows in, it does tend to frame your face a lot better. I have to fill my eyebrows in every day. It takes a good 10 to 15 minutes on a good day, but some days it can take me even longer. So then you want to do the exact same to the other eyebrow. Just remember, I was once told eyebrows are sisters, not twins. But you definitely don't want to make them look like cousins. It's one of the battles of my daily routines, is trying to get my eyebrows pretty much symmetrical. I do tend to go back to my first brow just to make it match with the second brow, and there's a little trick I taught myself. If you put your brush in the middle of your nose, you can see if your eyebrows are symmetrical or not. There I am singing away. Using the same brow palette, I'm going to take the little eyeshadow highlighter and just highlight my brow bone. Next I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, one of my favourite pieces at the moment. As you can see, it's well used. Actually nearly run out of the banana powder, but you can order refills. The first colour I'm going to use is the banana powder, as I'm so kindly pointing out there. I'm going to be using the Real Techniques contour brush and just patting that underneath my eyes. And I do actually bring it all the way to my ear on both sides. It's really good is the banana powder. If you're ever looking tired, this will hide it. It cancels any sallowness underneath your eyes. Next is for my contour. I'm going to be using the colours Fawn and Havana together using the Real Techniques contour brush. First I'm going to contour my nose. This just defines your nose, creating shadows where you actually want them. Same again, defining shadows underneath my jawline. Next is to contour my cheekbones. Just move my hair out of the way. Pull a silly face like I'm doing and contour from your ear all the way down to your cheek on both sides. All this contouring gives the illusion of a more sculpted look and it looks more professional at the end, I think. Next I'm going to be using my Hoola bronzer by Benefit, one of my favourite bronzers. I don't know why they bother with the little brushes in them though, I never use them. I'm using the Real Techniques cheek brush and I'm just going over that little bit of contour I did on my cheekbones. I'll also be taking it up on my temple and on the top of my head. Not forgetting under my jawline too. Putting bronzer on the temple of your head creates the illusion of a smaller forehead, because as you can see I think mine's quite big. It also gives me a bit of colour because I'm also quite a pale person. You want to make sure you blend that in quite well because you don't want to be walking out with streaky lines. Next is my all-time favourite blusher. It's Coralista by Benefit. I'm really sad though because I've nearly run out. I'm going to be using the Duo Fibre Face Brush by Real Techniques. So you want to try and smile just to draw the apples of your cheeks out and just blend that in all the way to the back of your contour, just so it's not so much of a harsh line. I really love this blusher because no matter how much you put on, it doesn't look too cakey. Next is for highlight. I pointed at the wrong colour, but I want the colour Vanilla, that one there. My Real Techniques Bold Metals brush in 300. You want to highlight where the sun naturally hits, so it's your cheeks, underneath your contour, because you want to highlight that, on top of your nose and on top of your forehead. Also, you can use the highlight to blend out the bronzing you did earlier, just so it's not so much of a harsh line. Also, that bit of hair was driving me insane. I also use it to blend down my neck area. Just get some more of the banana powder and just put it underneath my contour just to highlight even further. It gives it more of a crisp line. Next is for the eyes, and I'm using a cream colour base from MAC called Hush, and I just pop that all over the eyelid. It prevents creasing of my eyeshadows and makes them stay on much longer. So for the eyeshadow, I'm using the Naked Basics by Urban Decay, and I'm going to be using the colour WOS. Kindly pointing out there, I'm using a Real Techniques Bold Metals brush again. So I'm just going to pat that all over my eyelids. I'm actually using this as a base colour to work off when I blend out my other eyeshadows. I didn't find it was bright enough for me, so I also take the colour Foxy and pop that over the colour I've just put on my eyes. So next I'm going to be using an oldie but a goodie. It's the Urban Decay very first Naked palette, and I'm actually going to start off with the colour Toasted. Using another Real Techniques Bold Metals brush in the number 201, I'm just going to be popping that through my crease and blending it out. For this look, you want to point it out at the end, sort of like a subtle cat eye. And then you want to go and start and blend it all out using a Duo Fibre eye brush by, guess what, again, Real Techniques. They're actually my all-time favourite brushes, as you can tell. Then you want to blend, 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 blend. Blend even more when you think you're done. I'll just fast forward this bit because it does take a while. So you want to do the same on the other eye. Then I'm actually using a brush I got out of the Naked Free palette, and I'm actually taking the colour Hustle, and I'm going to take it underneath my eye and drag it up all across to make an even more of a sharper cat eye. The secret to a good smoky eye is just blending. That's all I can say, is blend, blend, blend. You want to do the exact same thing to the other eye, but I've just fast forwarded this bit. And of course, even more blending. I've used the same brush throughout my blending, the Duo Fibre eye brush. I haven't changed my brush at all. So using a little e.l.f. angled shader brush, I'm just re-highlighting my brow bones. So I like to blend it into my darker colours, just to make the lines a little less harsh. Just checking what it looks like in my mirror. Going back to my Basics palette because I wasn't happy with the highlight colour in that one, so I'm using the colour Venus, and I'm just going underneath the darker shades this time, just to make it a bit more equal on both sides. Find if you do this when it comes to do your winged eyeliner, it's so much easier. And I'm just adding a bit more of the darker colour, just to give it that little bit more definition and just to make it match the other side. Really sorry my face has been hanging off the bottom of this shot. I do realise, and I've pulled myself up now. I will learn for the future. Again, even more blending of the highlight colour. I also like to highlight the inner corner of my eye and underneath my tear duct. I've had to speed this bit up, otherwise this video will be about half an hour long. I've just gone back in with the banana powder just to clean up any fallout from the eyeshadow. Next on to eyeliner, I'm using Rimmel London's Glam Eyes Professional Liquid Liner. Now this is the hard bit, this usually does take me a long time, so you want to start from the inner corner of your eye and just work your way to the end of your eye, as thin a line as possible. Then because you've done your eyeshadow how you've done it, it should be easier to do a winged cat eye. Just use the eyeshadow as a guide, just to see how far you want to wing that liner out. Look at the concentration on the face. Now, I have slightly hooded eyes, so this bit's quite complicated, but you want to join it underneath the hood of your eye, because usually when I look up it does disappear. It drives me insane! Okay, I'm getting a little bit weird now, I'm going to pipe down. So you want to do the exact same thing to the other eye. I've just sped this bit up so the video isn't so long. Again, using your eyeshadow as a guide, just to make it look symmetrical on both sides. And just looking in the mirror, just making sure it does look the same, which I think it does. Next on to mascara, I'm using Rimmel London Scandalise Show Off. It isn't a very good mascara, but I only want it just to change the colour of my eyelashes from eyeshadow coloured to black, because I will be putting falsies on. And for my bottom lashes, I'm using Pure Minerals Big Look Lashes. It's my favourite all-time mascaras. If I wasn't wearing false eyelashes today, I'd be putting this on my top ones. I usually put about 2 layers of mascaras on my bottom lashes because it is a dramatic look. Next is for my falsies. I've got my tweezers and my eyelash glue. I'm using Ardell Wispy Natural Lashes. They're my favourite eyelashes of all time. Pop the glue onto your lashes, wait about 20 seconds for it to dry. I like to blow on it. I first pop it onto the outer corner of my eye. Then I like to get my tweezers to pop it on the inner corner of my eye, as it is quite a delicate area. Then I like to grab my natural lashes and my lashes, push them together with my finger and my thumb just to make it look that little bit more natural. Then when you're happy with how it looks, you just want to move on to the next eye. I've just sped this up again, just so the video isn't as lengthy. I have got a little bit of eyelash glue where I didn't want it, so I'm just popping a little bit of eyeliner over the top just to cover that up. Next is onto my favourite bit, the lips. I'm using MAC's Red Lip Liner. I always use a lip liner because I tend to find the lipstick doesn't bleed and it lasts all day. I also fill in the whole of my lips with the lip liner. I just find when it comes to put the lipstick on, it gives a much better colour. I also slightly overdraw my lips. Next is my favourite red lipstick. It's Lady Danger from MAC. Ooh, yes. So you want to pop this straight on top of your lip liner. You don't have to take as much care with this because you've already filled your lips, so it doesn't take up as much time. And that's the lips done. I think it looks such a nice colour. Don't forget to blot your lips, as you don't want it getting on your teeth. Next I'm using L'Oreal Paris Lip Blush in Peach. Just using a Real Techniques blush brush. I decided I needed a little bit more colour on my cheeks. And that is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed filming this. There'll be more makeup looks to come. Like and subscribe or comment below. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!